Alrighty, yo guys, how's it going? It's your boy, the Geeky Gangster here, coming at you today with another video. And in today's video, we're going to be doing episode 10, or shoot, episode 6 of the Getting Ranked series, in which we play through all 10 of my placement matches. And of course, at the end of the 10th episode, I'll show you guys what rank I am in Rainbow Six Siege. Without further ado, let's just get right into the game. Alrighty guys, we both voted to ban Canal, so we're going to be playing on Gillette. Let's go. Oh man, I was just trying to pick my nose, you know, before this game so I could breathe. Oh boy. Your team is banning. Let's ban Blitz. Can we? Let's go. Got what I wanted. But yeah, guys, I guess, like, what I originally wanted to talk about this episode, but it was, I wanted to talk about this somewhere like 30 minutes ago, and I just randomly got a boost of energy, so I feel like it's going to be a little bit more awkward talking about it now. But I already started the video, so I kind of wanted to depressingly talk about my fears of not being able to sell, and I guess maybe the boost of energy I got will help me counter my fears and argue with myself during this video. But there's just this whole thing within my life that I'm afraid that I'm never going to be able to sell anything, you know? Like, I've been doing YouTube for like 7 years now, maybe, like I think since 2015. So yeah, 7 years. And I've never been able to sell myself at all. I've never gotten over 1,000 views. You know, no one's ever really, you know, liked me a whole lot. I mean, I've had fans, you know, and I do appreciate all the people who have watched my videos throughout the past 7 years. And definitely I recognize some names, you know, that have popped up numerous times throughout a long period of time in that 7 years. But I'm just saying that I've never had like a large fan base or anything like that. I'm afraid to go into real estate. I'm afraid that I'm not going to pass my real estate exam and that I'm never going to be able to sell houses. And so I'm not going to be able to make any money doing that, and I'll have to figure out an entire new life path. And it's just the fact that, like, I'm about to be 21 and I have basically done absolutely nothing with my life, dude. Like, I've said that, I just said this in a previous one of these episodes, to where I feel like people in prison could look back on the past few years and they have had more memorable moments than I have, you know? Like, I've done shockingly little with my life in the past few years compared to what I wanted to do. I really thought that I was going to move out at 18, and now I'm 21 and still don't have any sort of stability in life. I have an idea of something that has a high likelihood of not working out, and it doesn't work out for the vast majority of people who do it, because I want to go into real estate, and 80+% of people quit real estate within within those first 5 years. So, you know, that would be like my most stable plan in life right now, and it just sucks. So I'm afraid that I'm not going to sell myself as a real estate agent, and I'm not going to sell any houses, and it's just going to be another thing in life that doesn't work out, like so many of my original plans have not worked out so far, because I keep on failing. You know, like, I keep on having these plans of where my life is going, and then all of these ideas, like for example, I tried moving to Seattle and that didn't work out. I had to move back just a couple weeks later due to a variety of reasons. I originally wanted to move out at 18, that didn't work out. I got into a horrible car accident on July 19th of 2021, so that, you know, ruined a lot of things for me. And just wasted a lot of time in my life as well, trying to recover and recoup from that. So all of these things are happening, and so I'm worried that I can't sell myself career-wise. I'm worried that I can't sell myself to a partner because I'm about to be a 21-year-old adult virgin. And while I keep on telling myself, like, oh, this is going to be the year that I lose my virginity, it's just like things keep on happening to where, like, it's just not possible, you know? And I just don't see it in the near future, even though I'm already a 21-year-old adult virgin. I don't see myself ever losing my virginity. Like, and I'm just worried that I can never sell myself to a woman, you know? And it just keeps on happening. Like, I can't sell blank, I can't sell this, I can't sell that. So I can't sell myself on YouTube, I can't sell houses, you know, I can't sell myself to women. And it's just this entire fear of never being able to sell myself. Even though, just like realistically, I know life will move on until the day I die, and I'm never going to commit suicide or carry out acts of violence, because I just, like, realistically don't have that in me. And a lot of it has to do with my mom and my love of God. Both of those things sort of stop it. Like the whole spiritual morality thing. Like, if I could get away with something spiritually, has a big thing to do with it. So, like, suicide is just such a big sin, and it's the easy way out. You know, it's cowardly, and it's completely against God, and so that's, you know, the large thing. And also, I just don't have it within me, because I just keep on telling myself and telling myself and telling myself that things are going to get better and things are going to get better. But yeah, so it's just the fear over that. But what I was going with that, though, is realistically, I know that things have to get better one day, and that my life will continue, and that since my life is going to continue, that automatically means that, like, things are going to change just on a realistic level. But it's just in the current moment, and, like, just waiting for those changes to happen sucks so bad, you know? And yeah. And I just haven't had money in so long either. I have not had, like, an abundance of money since March of 2021. And which that sounds like very egotistical thing to say, like, you don't have any money, like, so what, who cares? But if you're put into my position to where, you know, you're 19 and you have, like, money in your bank, or whatever, and I was investing in the stock market, and I was very good on the stock market, and then you try moving to Seattle and you lose a lot of money on that for a variety of reasons. A couple investments go bad and you lose money on that for a variety of reasons, and then you get into a really bad car accident right after I just got my new car a month before that, and so there's that. And then I'm being sued as well, and I haven't been able to hold, like, a stable job at all within this time period since April 2021. Really, I have not been able to hold a stable job at all. And so when I say abundance of money, I really just mean any stability at all whatsoever. I have not been able to have since March of 2021, when I was 19, and I was supposed to move to Seattle, and then that didn't work out. So it's just so tiring, just losing over and over and over again, and constantly getting kicked down by people, and constantly getting kicked down by society and life in general. And then people wonder why you're on the ground the seconds after they kick you down. They start laughing and then wondering why you're on the ground and wondering why you're bleeding and stuff. Like, genuine curiosity from these people, like, right after they just kicked you down. So that sort of, like, I don't know. Like, that's where it gets to me. It's just the constant losing over and over again in my life. And, you know, my relationship with my dad has also declined significantly. And I feel like for the past couple years that we've seen each other, me and my dad, it's just, like, never good. It always, if it's not just, like, an outright fight or argument or something actually happened, like, it always just feels awkward and very, like, bad energy sort of happening within that space. And so it's been like that for the past couple of years now. and like I don't have any friends. The last time I hung out with anybody in real life was also March of 2021 when I was doing good financially. I also had my friend from high school I was hanging out with. And then he ghosted me, and the last thing I knew, he moved to Chicago, and he never talked to me again whatsoever on Snapchat, Instagram, anything. Just completely ghosted me for no reason at all. He didn't ever told me why. We never had a major argument about anything, so I don't know why. Like he was never like objectively upset or offended by anything I said. So like it just doesn't make any sense. He just ghosted me for no reason really. And moved to Chicago to be with his girlfriend. And I never met his girlfriend either, so it's not like his girlfriend like didn't like me or whatever, because I never met her. I just knew that he had one, and so yeah, that doesn't make sense as like an excuse either, at all. But the last time I spoke to someone in real life besides my mom was March of 2021, or my family in general, you know. So I don't have any friends. There's so many people who hate me because I did blow up on TikTok. Over the years, I've probably gotten like 5 to 6 million views on TikTok overall. I had one video get over 1 million views in itself, and then like maybe like 10 get in the hundreds of thousands of views. So actually, no, I think it's more than that. Maybe like 15 to 20 videos that I've gotten over 100,000 views. I'm not 100% sure. Tons and tons of videos have gotten like in the like 5-digit views, you know, so it's still pretty good. But within that, I've gotten so much hate, like thousands and thousands and thousands of hate comments. I've been raided in my DMs maybe like a dozen times, of people saying all sorts of horrible things to me, you know, threats of violence, telling me to kill myself, that I'm a horrible human being, those sorts of things. Even though I never did anything like objectively wrong, like I was never charged with any sort of crime, like I never hurt anyone in society, but society hates me for so much for some reason, and I don't really know the reason for that either. And still today, and so we're at this position today where I've lost all of my support because I don't do TikTok anymore. Because every single time I upload a TikTok video, it just gets taken straight down no matter what. And so I just do YouTube, and I don't really have that many supporters or that many friends, but I get so many hate comments throughout the day and throughout the weeks, you know. I probably get, you know, like a dozen different people who hate on me throughout the week. And it's just like, I mean like completely different strangers, like different people who hate on me throughout the week, not repetitive at all. Repetitive people can hate, you know, leave hate comments like 10 times or whatever. So you have to combine that, you know. But different individuals, it's like a dozen different individuals a week that leave hate comments on me, you know. And I have no support. I have like no friends at all. So it's like having negative friends. Like I'm literally net zero in society. I have more people who hate me than like me, which just sucks, you know. Because there's very few people who are like that. Even like on the famous spectrum, like very few famous people have more people who hate them than like them. It's very rare. But yeah, so I guess that's just all my like mental things that I sort of struggle with. And I don't really want to look for pity, you know. Or I really don't, but I just sort of the main concept of this video was supposed to be, I'm afraid that I'm never going to sell anything in life, and that includes myself. I'm never going to be able to sell myself to people. I'm never going to have, you know, a large abundance, you know, of friends. I'm never going to be like a regular person that hangs out with people in society and does things in the world. I'm never going to be looked at as mentally normal. Like, I'm never going to be able to sell a house. I'm never going to be able to sell myself on social media, even though I have sold myself on TikTok. But I'm never going to be able to sell myself on YouTube or anything, which kind of sucks. And the thing is like, I know that, like, the majority of these are lies, you know? Like, I know eventually I have to figure out my financial situation. Even if, like, I'm slightly poor, I'll be able to live on my own one day, you know? I'll be able to figure out, but I just don't want to hate my job for the rest of my life is another thing. That's a really big thing, is hating my job, because if I hate my job, then objectively I hate like a third of my life, you know, because you sleep for 8 hours a day, and then you work for 8 hours a day, and then you supposedly have 8 hours a day to do all the other things, you know, like eating and, you know, doing all the things in the bathroom at your home, like taking a shower, you know. Obviously, you know what I'm saying when I say that. Just if you have kids, taking care of your kids, so, you know, all the other stuff for 8 hours a day. But if you hate your job, you hate 1/3 of your entire life. And so that's a major goal of mine, just to be financially stable and to like my job. And so, but it's just realistically, like, I think I just can't see that happening, which is so depressing. But yeah. So just to be overly angry every day for the rest of my life, and hate my job, and hate 1/3 of my life in its entirety. Yeah. And then you're asleep for another 2/3 of your life, so 2/3, 66% of your life, just either does not matter or you hate it. And then within that 1/3, it's not like that 1/3 is just perfect either that's left. You just have these small glimpses of joy within like 80% of your life being sucky. But then on the other side of that, it's like, if you have good dreams, you can enjoy sleeping. And there's definitely, you know, and I would say that I actually do enjoy sleeping. I feel very at peace when I'm asleep. Nothing bad typically happens when I'm sleeping. I don't, you know, like, my house isn't haunted or anything. I don't deal with the supernatural or anything like that when I'm trying to sleep. Thank God. I don't typically have nightmares. And when I do have nightmares, it's typically still very entertaining, because it's like the Thriller nightmare, to where like I'm running from something and people are trying to kill me, but it's very entertaining because I have to escape and I have to find a way out and stuff like that. Which is sort of like my real life right now. Like, it's sucky, you know. I feel like I'm trying to be killed or something like that by society in general and by life in general. Life is trying to kill me, and I have to run from life, and I have to find a way to escape life without, you know, actually escaping it. Obviously, like in the actual terms, so like escape the life I'm living now and live a better life. I have to find a way to do that. So my nightmares really represent my real life, and so I guess in a sense I really love my nightmares, because I always do run from the person trying to kill me, and I always do escape it, and it typically has very entertaining and good endings. So I do love sleeping, and a lot of times I have good dreams as well. I will say that maybe about 15% of my dreams involve me either being back at high school or being back at my first job at the movie theater, which is pretty interesting. So in a lot of my dreams, I'm just wandering around the movie theater that I used to work at. But it's like a distorted version of it always. Like, it's either like really large cinemas, or like there's like plant life around the movie theater, to where there's, you know, there's vines and stuff like on the walls at the movie theater, so it's obviously very decayed for some reason. But I still know that it was like the movie theater that I worked at. And my last stream I had about it, I talked to like other characters that I didn't actually recognize, but obviously worked at the movie theater. I talked to them about working at the movie theater and that sort of experience. And yeah, so that was pretty. So I really do love sleeping. So I love that 1/3 of my life. And so my goal is just to find a job that I actually enjoy and that makes me financially stable. And right now that would be real estate. So then I enjoy that 1/3 of my life. And if I go into real estate and I make an abundance of money, and then I can start doing things outside of work that I also enjoy with my life. And so it goes from the fact that I hate like 90% of my life to the fact that I love 90% of my life, because I learned to love sleeping and I learned to love my work. And I also then had the money to do stuff I love outside of the work, because right now I really just have to stay like inside my room and not do anything all day basically. And I just always have so much anxiety around doing anything. It's just I overthink everything I do in my life because of my lack of money. And it just sucks so bad, dude. And it's just so right now I just have anxiety and hatred for so much of my life. But I'm just learning to love it, you know? And I feel like since I've committed myself to keep going, objectively it has to get better at some point, or if not better, it at least has to become more, because things have to change on the objective scientific level. Things cannot stay the same forever and ever. Things are always changing, and especially within one's life, things have to change. And so, you know, I'm just looking forward to that. But I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know I didn't comment on the game at all, and I hope that's okay with you guys. It was a very fast game. I think we won. I honestly do not know what I did throughout that entire game. I know, like, I saw an Azuni or whatever her name is, and I think I killed her. But I'm honestly not really sure what happened in that game at all. I'm going to be honest with you guys. I think we won. I think we swept them, if I'm not mistaken. But and this video is sort of all over the place as well. I did not have a very constructive thoughts. But I have to upload this video because I'm doing the 10-part series and I don't want to leave you guys out of it. And I don't know. This was just sort of my way to get myself out. And like, I don't know. I don't really feel good recording this video. I feel super awkward right now because I hate talking about myself so much in reality. But I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.